Hello and welcome to the United Stand. Manchester United transfer news. 3 big realistic targets as per usual with the United Stand. We don't do the clicky-baity, far left Neymars and Ronaldo signings. We've got 3 big realistic targets to discuss and big developments on all 3. We'll get into them. I want to get your live comments as well, and also the people who aren't watching live, give us your thoughts. But Henrikh Mkhitaryan, a lot of people getting a bit negative today, saying, oh, it's not going to happen. Let's look at the facts. Raiola, his agent, the same agent as Zlatan, we'll be talking about him in a moment, Pogba, and Lukaku, forget him, we don't want him. He said it's Mkhitaryan's dream move to come to Manchester United. It's only happens once in a lifetime. Why would he lie? Why would he lie? And it will become clear in a moment when I talk about Zlatan, but why would he lie about that? Secondly, if he does want to come to Manchester United, he's got 1 year left on his contract. Dortmund don't want to lose him because they've lost Gundogan, they've lost Hummels, they may lose. They don't want to lose Mkhitaryan. But if they dig their feet in for a year, then they will lose him for free. Mkhitaryan, Raiola, his agents have both said in a year's time, Manchester United might not want him. So we'll have to look elsewhere. This is the time they want the deal. Rumours are that a £90 million bid has been rejected. Dortmund want as much as 30 million, or they're digging their feet in. Again, an inconsistency. This, to me, just sounds about negotiations. Then we get in this afternoon that United are sort of feeling that this deal's dead in the water. They're hitting a brick wall. They're having to look elsewhere, which for me is like the violin out. You know, this deal's dead. Dortmund are really hard. We can't negotiate them. For me, in business, that is just Manchester United saying, we're not going to be messed around. We're not going to pay you £30 million. You take what we offer. The player wants to come with us, or you're stuck with a valueless, unhappy player for a year. And I think people are losing sight of that. Mkhitaryan is not signing a new contract for Dortmund. He doesn't want to be there for another year. And if Dortmund dig their feet in, they are stuck with an unhappy player who's had his dream move taken away from him, and they will lose. He's had 23 goals and 21 assists, correct me if I'm wrong, in the last season. They're going to have a player who doesn't care, and they're not going to get any money for him. I think this deal is there to be done. I think Manchester United are playing a clever hand. I think the agent is doing all the hard work and all the running and pushing it. And I'll be amazed if this deal doesn't happen. About the actual player, if you don't know much about him, very fast, powerful shot. Somebody in the live comments, I don't know whether they've gone or they're still there, said, oh, he's just like Juan Mata with pace. Well, I tell you what, Juan Mata with pace is actually quite an upgrade, to be honest. I think if Mata had pace, it'd be one hell of a player. And that's what you get in Mkhitaryan. But he isn't Mata anyway. He's got a better shot than him. He's better at assisting. He's better at putting the balls into the box. He can play number 10. He can also means he can probably play on the left. Hashim said he had 32 assists. Carrick fan, I just hope Mkhitaryan deal doesn't drag on. Another thing I like about Mkhitaryan as well, correct me if I'm wrong, he's 27. We're buying a lot of players, and we've got a lot of players in our squad who are 18, 19, 20, 21, potential world class. This lad comes in, experienced 25 to 30-year-olds, which we need, some experienced in their prime players. I'm excited about the deal. I never worry. Official NCH just said we've lost Morata. Well, that's good news. I never worry about how much Man United are going to spend. I don't think they should spend 30 million. I don't think he's worth 30 million with a year left on his contract. I think 20 million is 25 million, deal done. We all go home happy. But I like him. He's got everything we need. D-Stel says we need him. Griezmann is even better, but are we truly sure we'll get him? Griezmann's my dream signing of the summer. I just don't know whether that deal can be done. I think if Simeone stays at Atletico Madrid, then so does Griezmann. And also, even if Griezmann came into the shop window, without Champions League, and he's one of the best players in the world at the moment, are we really going to get him? But Mkhitaryan is a player that I never thought was going to become available. Arsenal want him. He's going to get snubbed. He's going to get snubbed there. He's going to snub Arsenal. And as I said, he can play in that right midfield position. He's right at the top of his game. He can play at the number 10 position, which is a bonus. He's fast, which is what we need. He's got a good shot on him. He's very creative. He's got very good assist stats. I mean, I don't like talking about stats. He's very good at creating things for his teammates, and he can score goals. What more do you want in that position? And also, being 27, absolutely top of his game. As I said, I wouldn't believe the negativity about Manchester United hit a brick wall. This deal's not going to get done. I think it is going to get done. I think it's there to be done. I mean, you can never say never with any deal, I suppose, although I did say that about Mbolo, which I'll cover in a moment. But when the agent's coming out publicly like that, I think there's truth in it. The club are saying we're hitting a brick wall because I think they're not going to be held to ransom. And Dortmund have got a very big decision to make. It's all right digging your feet in, and I do pity clubs sometimes, but he's not signing a new contract. He's going for nothing. He'll be signing pre-contracts in January. He'll be going for nothing next summer. And why would he want to go and get himself injured in the last year of his contract? It's a minefield for Dortmund. This deal is there to be done, Mkhitaryen, and I think it's a great deal to be done. Well built, essential, says Hanian. And we need the goals, says Carlos. I totally believe. When do you think the deal will get finalised, Luke? I think July is going to go off like a bomb. Absolutely. Ins and outs, shake it all about. It's going to be really exciting. Stick with the United Stand. Subscribe. Keep getting involved because we love the transfers. We're thick and fast with the videos. And I think that's what's going to happen. I think July is probably around the right time. Euros makes it quite difficult and a lot of people are off on holiday at the moment. But yes, Lozano for Mexico was a nice thought, and Willian was a nice thought, but Mkhitaryen's probably the pick of the bunch because his assist stats, right midfielder by trade, play number 10 as well, gets goals. I think he'd be adaptable to the Premier League and it'd be a really good signing, and I think we'll get him for a good price. Anywhere between 20 and 30 million is a good price for him. Who would you prefer, Mark, Willian or Mkhitaryen? I think Mkhitaryen, and I think I'm going to trust you lot on that. I do like Willian. I know a lot of you don't. I think he's got a lot of creativity. He's Premier League proven, which is massive, which obviously Mkhitaryen isn't. Again, he's around 27. Very good dead ball. But I think I'll trust you lot. I think I haven't seen loads of him, Mkhitaryen, but I do like what I've seen, about 10 times over the last year or so. And I trust a lot of you lot who absolutely love him. Right, next one. X-Spirits just said Mbolo done. Got Zlatan to talk about. That is massive, so hang on in for that. Mbolo then. Right, okay. I will never lie. I will never lie. I will never hide away from stuff. I don't say things and then when it goes wrong, I disappear for a month off YouTube and then I come back and everyone forgets it. I will stand up to what I say. Mbolo, like Bailly, on the FA Cup final day when we said Louis van Gaal was going to get sacked and people said you're talking rubbish. We hear things, we get information. Bailly was right, Van Gaal was right. And Mbolo, I'm standing by. I'm not backtracking. It's a done deal. However, if it's not a done deal, it's because Manchester United have pulled out. Now, I don't think they should pull out. I like Mbolo if you watched them in the Euros, but Ronaldo's been poor in the Euros. Zlatan's been poor in the Euros. Griezmann's been poor in the Euros. Vardy's been poor in the Euros. A lot of other people have been poor in the Euros. I like Mbolo. He's just 19. He's built massive. He's got all the attributes. He's very, very raw. £20 million, I would buy him. Even if you want to put him on loan, but I don't think we should do that. Bring him into the Manchester United setup. Brilliant. The indication is he'd love the deal to be done. But then we're hearing today that Schalke are coming in. If Manchester United don't sign Mbolo, this deal was there, done. It was set up. It was going to happen. And as far as I'm concerned, it's going to happen. But this talk of Schalke, it wasn't even meant to be going to Schalke. It was Leipzig or someone like that. Schalke have sort of come in. There's no way United get beaten by Schalke for a deal. He wants the United move. United want him. If that continues down that path, the deal is done. And that's what I've not heard anything different. This Schalke stuff can only be cold feet if that happens because Manchester United are right at the top of the table and this deal is there, done. So that's what I will stand by that. If it goes to Schalke, I will come and do the video and I will have to eat humble pie. But as things stand, it's a done deal to Manchester United. And as I tweeted earlier, people are saying, oh, you're backtracking. I'm not backtracking. What I'm saying about the Schalke, if he goes anywhere other than Manchester United, then United have pulled out. And I don't understand why they do that just because of a bad Euros. Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Does this mean Sane is leaving, Leo Steele? Very good point. There's a conspiracy theory that City are paying about £50 million for Sane, which is giving Schalke the money to buy Mbolo, which screws United over both ways. It's bloody fantasy talk. Not going to happen. That's not what's going on. If United don't buy Mbolo, it's because United don't want Mbolo. And everything I've heard is that the deal is done. We're not going to get outbid by Schalke, for God's sake. He did have a poor game, Hashim. You're right. Right, Zlatan. I think I've closed the thing down, but I've got it on Twitter anyway. So I want to get this accurate for you because, as I said, these are realistic. This is realistic news you're getting. This is obviously United Stand opinion, but it is realistic what's happening. Right. At Tancredi Palmieri, he's a credible, well, I'll tell you what he is because I've got it here on Twitter. BN Sports correspondent, Gazzetta dello Sport, very well known in Italy, 128,000 followers on Twitter. Credible. Tancredi Palmieri, at Tancredi Palmieri on Twitter. You probably won't get what you're looking for on there. However, he's been on TalkSport this afternoon. He said what a lot of us suspect anyway. Zlatan has already signed for Manchester United. He's signed a pre-contract. It will be confirmed after the Euros, but the agreement in the sense that we want you, you're coming to us, commercially binding. We'll do the final bits about how, you know, the final detail, but you are a Manchester United player. A lot of us thought that was going to happen. Cam Neville saying Zlatan is what we need as soon as possible. This journalist has come out this afternoon on TalkSport. It's on their website if you want to read it. The deal from Zlatan is done to Manchester United, apart from the finer points, which is what happens in football. And he is right. Deals get done, which we're talking about the Mbola one, funnily enough, a couple of weeks in advance a lot of the time, and then they are put off for the finer bits to done because people are on holiday or they're playing in a tournament. Zlatan's playing in a tournament. The finer detail will be done. How people can honestly think that we haven't signed Zlatan yet, he's still making his mind up, and we're all sat on our arse waiting for him to make his mind up. This journalist is right. The deal's there. It will be finalised and publicly shown to the world after the Euros at a time that's suitable for everybody's sponsors. But this was signed before in early June. So that is it about Zlatan. I mean, I'm ecstatic about it. People have moaned about the Euros. I'll do another Zlatan watch tomorrow after they've played Belgium. Because he is our next number 9, and I think he's absolutely superb. But the deal's done, and I don't know whether that's going to upset some of you. I'll take some of your comments now. I think a lot of you turned against Zlatan Ibrahimovic for someone, but that's just the end of the Northern Ireland game there. But Draxler update, crunch time. I don't want Draxler. I'm not really paying much attention to it, to be honest. Mark, what about James Rodriguez? Hashim again. Good point. He will be going somewhere. He's got the same agent as Mourinho. Bad attitude player, though. He likes to party. So, you know. Master Emerald, Mark, did you hear Zlatan will retire from international football? Yes, I did. Again, just another massive indicator that he's coming to Manchester United because of the Olympics. Obviously, they're in August. If he's coming to United, we want a good year from him where he focuses on us, and I think he will do. He is a professional. I can't wait for him to come. I'm so excited, and I really think those people who are doubting it should be excited. And if you get all the assists and the shot and the dead ball specialist, you got Martial on the left. I think Rooney. Do we want him as a number 10? Should we go and buy another number 10? July, boom, massive. Can't wait. What will happen to James Wilson and Ashley Fletcher if we get Mbolo? I'm going to do a video on the youth and sometime over the next week. It's a really good point. I think James Wilson's got to go on loan. I don't think he's going to get any first team opportunities. And you know what? Sometimes life is harsh, and maybe he's just not going to make it. And if you were asking me now, I don't think he ever really got a fair chance under Van Gaal when you think about him playing Will Keane. But I just got a feeling Wilson, it probably just won't happen. But I think he'd probably go off and be a very good striker for someone like Middlesbrough or QPR or someone like that. Or maybe, you know, maybe even an Everton, who knows. But James is world class, says Neaten. So Craig, I think he's more likely to go to Manchester City. So much is going to go off. And Mourinho is fantastic in the transfer market. But just to summarise, Mkhitaryen, I still think that deal can happen. I think everything is pointing to the fact that that deal will be done. And Mbolo, I'm not changing my stance. I believe that deal will be done. And Zlatan, I think only a madman would say that deal's not going to be done. We've been saying for a while that it will. And I think the Italian journalist is spot on. You know, it would be absolute madness not to have had something agreed by both parties before. And yeah, I'm really excited about it. Chris J is talking about Phil Jones staying. Hopefully not. But you know, there is that talk that Mourinho is going to give everybody a chance. I personally wouldn't. There's no need to do that. Depay, Memphis, we're going to do a video on him as well. I think that's really interesting. I'm going to do sort of an interactive thing with you there and sort of get what you think about it. But James or Mkhitaryen, Cornetto, love Cornettos. James or Mkhitaryen, I'll quickly throw that to you. I would go Mkhitaryen. Yannisai says BJ Gaming ? Doesn't deserve a chance. I think he's got to go out on loan again. He's had 2 years to do something. Went to Dortmund, did absolutely nothing. So why would you be thinking of putting Yannisai ahead of Mkhitaryen when Yannisai was there and couldn't even get in the team? Nitan says, is Di Marzio a reliable source? to be honest, I would probably say he's the most reliable source there is in world football journalism at the moment, after me and the United Stand. I'm only joking. No, he's very reliable. He seems to get quite a lot right. Nobody will ever get everything right. I don't know why everybody expects that, but Di Marzio is very good. Chris Beaver, I'd give Everton Fellaini back in return for Stones or Barkley. Yep, so would I. I don't think Koeman's stupid, though, unfortunately. Leo Steele says Manolas contract extension. Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. Let's do this live and see. That really would ruin this. I don't think there's anything there. Costas Manolas, Roma centre-back. I think it'd be really good for Manchester United. I'm not getting anything that he has. Somebody saying if he was to... No. That's not... There's nothing about I can't see any contract with Roma, which we do not want him to do. I'd quite like him at Manchester United. He'd be my first. There is something from 4 hours ago. Roma are close to extending the contract of Costas Manolas in the coming days. And that's Roma press. Yeah, there's probably something in that. It's a shame. Really do like Costas Manolas. Really do. But you can't do much about it if he's going to go. Extreme HD Gamer Boy, I've just joined. What have I missed? Like the video, everybody. That's what you've missed. Please do like the video. Liking the video means a lot. We put a lot of time in this for you, and I know you put a lot of time in as well. So like the video and help United Stand grow. It is the fan channel for the fans. Just talked Extreme Gaming. We were just talking about Mkhitaryan, how I think that deal will happen. I think it's pointing 100% to it happening because United are saying they've hit a brick wall, which is basically saying we're not paying any more. And when it wants to go and his agent's so vocal, why let him play when he's unhappy, doesn't want to get injured, and will go for nothing at the end of the season? And Bolo, update from me is that that's still a done deal, regardless of the Schalke stuff. I won't believe that until it falls apart. And I've not heard anything otherwise. And Zlatan is a done deal, according to Italian journalists on TalkSport. Signed the deal before the Euros, will be finalised commercially afterwards. Bonucci says keen. Me and Joey love Bonucci. Never going to happen. Never going to leave Juventus. And also, I think he's about 29. But Premier League is a great for Italian defenders. They'd be mad. Absolutely madness. Ibra, Manolas and Mkhitaryan. That's all we need, says Jordan. I'd be very happy with that three. I'd probably like a number 10 to come in as well, though, if I'm honest. Okay. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Very, very quick show after the Northern Ireland game. Hopefully they will get through. We're very much Manchester United for now. Zlatan Ibrahimovic plays tomorrow night against Belgium at 8 o'clock. I'll probably do a live reaction to that, another Zlatan watch, because I like doing them. I like watching him. I suggest you all do as well. And we've got another video up for you tomorrow. So please keep commenting, whether you're watching live or not. Please get involved. Absolutely love doing these live transfer videos because I get all the live comments with you lot and the interaction, which is great. And we will keep doing them. Just to give you a bit of an idea of a schedule, tomorrow night at 10 o'clock, I'll do a Zlatan watch live straight after the Sweden game. And then Thursday night at 9 o'clock, it's back as a weekly Manchester United transfer news live. Bit like this one, but we'll have a couple of guests on with as well. We'll go longer, we'll interact more, and it'll be about all the Manchester United transfer news Thursday night at 9 o'clock. So keep getting involved. Subscribe to the channel. Drop us a like, please. It means a hell of a lot. And I just want to say personally, thanks to every one of you who's tuned in at 7 o'clock on a Tuesday night. There's plenty of you involved. And I'm enjoying the eras, as I keep saying. I'm enjoying all the Manchester United transfer news. I think it's sort of teetering on the edge. And as soon as July hits, boom, as I said, it's just going to go off. There's going to be a lot of people leaving, a lot of people coming in. It's exciting times for Manchester United. And then we've also got the pre-season tour, one of which is against Dortmund, which is quite interesting if we get Mkhitaryan. I hope it doesn't end up like the Pedro talk last year. I don't think it will. We've not got a clown in charge of transfers now. And Deutsche Footballmeister says Zara. Zara's still very much involved. And yeah, I'll speak to you all very soon. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Enjoy the rest of your evening. If you're watching the Spain game, I find them quite boring personally. But hopefully David De Gea keeps another clean sheet. And I think he's broken the record, hasn't he, for that. But cheers, everyone. Speak to you all soon. Adam Muniz says somebody. We did a video about him a couple of days ago. There's loads on the United Stand. Just have a look at all the videos we've done. You'll probably find the answer to everything you want to discuss. So cheers, everyone, for watching. If there is a transfer target we haven't covered, just drop it in the comments and we'll definitely cover it on Thursday for you. But cheers, everyone. I'll speak to you all soon.